And good afternoon, everybody. Joe DeGregorio checking in with you here, posting a quick video. What you're going to look at here is future radar on the NAM 3 kilometer model. And I'll want to run a loop animation for you just to give you a general idea. Um, Overall, the severe weather threat is very low for the areas that are shaded in dark green, which I will show you for tomorrow. And you can see here, your dark green covers this area. This is your marginal risk in here. That's a very low end risk for severe weather, isolated severe thunderstorms, and I don't see any of that happening at this point in time. Um, we'll move this ahead to Wednesday, and you can see the threat basically covers here. Still in the northern and central areas of Louisiana and on through southwest Mississippi and up through central and northern Mississippi. But other than that, um, again, this is just one model, and uh, as we get closer to game time on tomorrow and in the Wednesday, then we can start taking a look at the HRRR model. But since that's a short range model, but for the short to medium range, the NAM 3 kilometers is one of the better for future radar. And I'm going to put this into motion, and this will start from noon tomorrow through 6 p.m. on Wednesday. And I'll let you take a look at that, and you'll see that as we put this into motion here, and we run through the timeline, which is right in here, just showing some isolated showers, but you can see the line as it is basically broken as it punches through. And then we stop at 6 p.m. And so later this evening, when we get the next run of the NAM 3 kilometer, we'll be able to see past 6 p.m. and tomorrow, and then we get a better idea. But as you can see, as it stops at 6 p.m. tomorrow, we'll zoom in here, and you can see that there's some isolated stuff with some really heavy stuff up here uh, in western Mississippi, south of Vicksburg there, and just some isolated stuff down in here uh, through Acadiana, parts of southwest Louisiana, and over into Point Capee. So will this be exact? No. It just gives you a general idea, and basically, um, for Wednesday, you see that marginal risk area, and as you can see, it's pretty much in conjunction with what the Storm Prediction Center is estimating for a marginal low-end severe risk in this dark green area, and this is certainly in this dark green area here in your marginal risk. So uh, again, some of these thunderstorms, thunder showers that develop, uh, I think as they're tracking to the northeast, as they get in, probably remain relatively weak. Some of them could be rather boisterous and loud and rather robust, but I think as they move into southern and central Mississippi, that's where they're probably going to wind up popping off and getting into moderately severe territory. So overall, that severe threat for us uh, isn't there, but again, like I said day before yesterday, that threat is basically going to stay north of us. Um, that's not to say that one or two of these little storms, isolated cells, could go severe. Uh, you never know. It typically turns out that way. Um, Despite not being in a risk area, uh, an official risk area, I should say, from the Storm Prediction Center, sometimes we do get a severe thunderstorm or two pop off. So, again, not expecting a whole lot with this front, but our third front that's going to come in into the weekend, Friday and Saturday, uh, that's going to have a little more oomph to it. And uh, we'll have to see how this plays out because there's uh, a lot of things that we need to take a look at uh, and see the evolution of surface low, where it tracks, um, and several other features. Uh, and what happens with that will determine, uh, what's going to happen moving forward here. So for right now, I don't see any big threat, and we won't see too much of a change in temperatures with the second front coming in tomorrow and Wednesday. Uh, about like it is now. Uh, well, you're not going to see too much of a change, but following the third front that's coming through Friday and Saturday, uh, starting Sunday, you're probably going to see temperatures way low. I don't think we're going to see any 30s here in South Louisiana, but we'll have to see how that plays out. You know, during a La Nina year, you typically don't see the polar vortex being disrupted too much, and most of the cold weather stays to the north and then in the northeast part of the country. So uh, that's not to say that we can't get a disruption and a deep trough drops down and brings us an Alberta clipper or something. Uh, that's entirely possible. We see some 20s. It is winter time after all. Well, getting close to it, but nevertheless, as I reiterated before in a previous video, I'm sending a measurable frozen wintry precip for this year, and I'm going to move that back to next year when we're under a La Nina, El Nino. And for us, El Nino typically means colder than average and wetter than average. So, uh, and the El Nino should start to begin uh, late spring and heading into summer, and then be full blown by the time next winter gets here. So we'll see how the ENSO plays out moving forward. But again, the severe threat for this fall, winter, and spring severe weather season is probably going to be tempered a good bit. Not to say we're not going to see severe weather at all. We're just not going to see as much of it, and that's a good thing. After all the hurricanes we've had, the less severe, less active weather we have, so much the better. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and close it, and appreciate you watching. And if you enjoy the videos, the information, hit that thumbs up, like button, share it, and donate if you can. Links will be in the video, in the description, video description there. So, once again, thanks to all who have donated. That's much appreciated. It's helping me update my old computer that's 12 years old now. Still got some work to do to it, but so far everything's on track. So with that, thanks again. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. Joe DeGregorio, Southwest Louisiana weather.